bottles of Morocco. I ain't need a spa, babe, I'm chillin' out all day. Bougie, bougie, I want diamonds in my blue jeans. Bougie, bougie, yes, I know I'm bougie, bougie, bougie.
Okay guys, hi! This is your girl Zanovia, and we are cooking today for Memorial Day, and we are inviting you today into our kitchen, my husband and I, and we have a special treat for you guys. And I know around Memorial Day everybody wants seafood, so we're going to cook some seafood today, and it's not going to be a lot because I want a crab boil, and my husband, he wants to make it, and we're not going to do it outside because it's just both of us. It's just the both of us today. So we're going to do a small little crab boil for you out there that don't have a lot of people coming to your house, but you still want that crab boil. So we're going to have snow crabs, of course, and we're going to have corn, fresh corn from the farm, the market, here in Spring Hill, Florida. And we're going to actually have some sausages that we already smoked yesterday. We're not going to put it in a boil, and we're going to actually do a crab salad. So guys, stay tuned, and we're going to show you what we're doing. So with further ado, we're going to just go ahead and just continue what he was doing. He was prepping everything, cutting up onions, or he has not done that. Oh, he prepared the water for the crabs, and I'm going to cut up the onions and everything to put in the crab salad. And I'm going to use the celery and onions, which is the red onions, and a little bit of peppers. I like the orange and maybe the red bell peppers. We're going to actually incorporate that into a salad. And we already, like I said, we already have our sausages. We're not going to do eggs today. We're not going to put eggs in the crab boil. We're not going to put any, not shrimp or, what's the other one?
Scallops.
Scallops. Not scallops? Scallops. No scallops. Because you know the scallops usually suck up all the, you know, the ingredients in the pot. So we're not going to do that. It's going to be a simple crab boil. Okay guys, so just watch us as we complete this. All right, okay, now so this is the crab. We actually got these crabs from Publix, and we, you know, I have this thing about buying crabs in a box. I cannot see what I'm getting. So my husband and I decided we was gonna go to Publix, which is a grocery store here in Spring Hill, Florida, and we're gonna actually select our crabs. They had a special yesterday, and we decided to go over there and get some with the clusters. We got some clusters here, the regular snow crab, and you know, it came out to like $55. We got at least 2.5 pounds. It's just enough for both of us. And then, like I said, we're gonna have the corn, we're gonna have the sausages, and then we're gonna have the salad. Not a lot of crabs because, you know, we want to make it to work tomorrow. Actually prepare food for an event located in the Hernando County area here in Florida, and it turned out really, really nice. It was sponsored by Florida A&M University. Okay, I had to ask my husband because he's from Florida, but yeah, so we actually did an event for them. It turned out really nice. People came out. They were educated on emancipation, which is here in Florida, in Brooksville, Brooksville, Florida. And it was very, very nice. People came out, they were educated on the timing. It was educated on a lot of things in the farming and agriculture. And we were so honored to come out and prepare food for the local in that area. To do an event that large and for so many hours, your team get tired because we're outside all day. We're outside we actually got to the event like 9 a.m., but we actually started prepping. The event didn't start to around 11 or 12, and so we had to prepare for the administration and the sponsors. We had to prepare food for them first before we could actually start preparing food for the public, which is basically the community. And so we had a great time. I hope that they invite us again next year. We're educated on what took place in that time. And, you know, just doing things for the community is what my husband and I love to do. We go to different cities, like I showed you previously, like St. Petersburg, you know, into Tampa, and so many different areas that we go to sponsor and to show support for, you know, vendors and small entrepreneurs. So this was a blessing for us to actually get out there and learn something new, to be around our community, because we're in Hernando County. And it's just make sure that you guys, you know, look this event up next year. We're trying to bring more and more vendors and sponsors out to the event. That's actually sponsored from the university, which is basically FAMU. So my husband is now cleaning the crabs. He's gonna, you know, clean the crabs. But you know, when you actually get your pot boiled, we're going to use our, of course, lemons. We're going to actually put lemons in the water. Lemons actually help to clean the crabs as well while it's in the water. Then we're going to incorporate our onions for flavor, and then we actually are going to use the McCormick shrimp and crab boil. I usually use 2 of these when I actually have my crab boil, but since it's just my husband and I, we're not going to have a lot of crabs, so we're going to just get 1 box. And it's like a package inside, like a little bag inside here that goes into the pot. We're going to show you that. And then we have not only the #1, Old Bay. So Old Bay, without Old Bay, there's no crabs. There's no taste, no nothing. And then we're going to do Zanovia Cajun. We're going to put that seasoning as well. And of course, you know, I'm going to show you how to make some dipping butter. Hey, it's not going to be that spicy, you know, crab dipping butter. It's going to be something subtle, because as you can see, my husband and I need to watch our salt. Well, not him, more of me. So guys, yeah, so just watch us while we, you know, discuss some things, okay? Okay, he's now working with the crabs. Let me just turn this way so you can see. He's cleaning. He's actually cleaning the crabs and everything, making sure there's no sand in it and all that other stuff. So, I'm going to start our crabs salad. I'm going to start the crab salad. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my celery. My husband always told me to get my gloves. Okay guys, so even though we're not catering today, my husband and I have a habit of wearing gloves when we when we are working with food. That would give you the routine of always wearing gloves when you're handling food. And as caterers, we always have our gloves ready, okay? So we're gonna cut up some red onions, and then I'm gonna cut up some celery. And I can't find my red pepper, so we're just gonna do the orange. It's not nothing big or anything like that. We're just gonna make sure that we have enough. So I'm gonna do at least 3. Okay, my head is in here. So my husband is washing this for me. The hearts, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do 3. And then I'm gonna check and make sure. So this white part here, I don't use. So I always keep my bags around so I can just discard my hearts that I don't need or whatever. So I'm cutting up some celery. Oh, look, I got a little help from behind me. My husband's back there cutting up some celery as well. I guess he figured, like, let's get through this video. And I don't like to cut it like so fine. I like to have it like in chunks so you can taste it. So we got the celery, and I do have a chopper, or what do you call it, a blender, chopper, whatever. And I usually use it for like onions and stuff like that. But with this, whoop, sorry about that, guys. With this technique, I want to taste the celery because it's a salad. Okay, so this is 3, and I don't know, guys. I'm really thinking we probably need a little bit more. I don't know. What do you think? You think this is good? Okay. My husband is back there cutting up the peppers, and
yeah, you want it to taste. You don't want it. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So we're gonna keep it just like that because we wanted to have more meat than it, more vegetables. So my husband is cutting that up, and so I'm going to cut up this red onion. Which I usually peel all of it off. Okay. I'm going to rinse this off a little bit. Okay. Okay, so let me show you guys. The crabs are nice and clean. Look at that. My husband and I, when we go and pick crab legs, we always look to see if they're dirty. If you know what a dirty crab looks like, they have like on the back of the crab, not the orange side, but the back of it, if it's really, really dirty, you really want to check that. And if it's dirty, you want to give it back, because you don't know how long it's been sitting there. And so we were looking at clusters more of what we were choosing, and we pretty much chose just enough for us to eat. Okay, guys, so now we have our onion. So I'm going to cut it just like that. Okay, here we go. My husband just brought me the bell pepper. That's enough. I don't, yeah. He actually cut up a half of a bell pepper, okay? And then we have our celery, and now we have our red onions in here. I'm gonna finish off this red onion and put it in here as well. So y'all can tell who's the real cook around here, okay? And I can never be his sous chef. Let's just put it that way. But I know a few things. I know a lot of things.
You just don't want to do it no more.
Yeah. I want to do it. I love, my husband is like, he just loves what he does. I like it too, but not as much as he loves it. And he's pretty much like gung-ho on, you know, I'm gonna add some onions, some more onions. Let me just say, y'all, I'm over here crying a storm over here. And it's my fault. It's my fault that I'm crying a storm, because I should know that when we deal with onions, you're supposed to always put it in the refrigerator first, so that when you cut an onion, the fumes do not make you cry. That is a tip. If you don't know about it, you should. But I have my onions sitting out here on my island, and I just totally forgot about putting one in, the one that I'm going to use to put it in the refrigerator, so I don't have to cry a storm over here. I am actually tearing up. But it's okay, because we almost finished. I'm going to cut this onion. I'm over here crying like somebody done stole something from me. So guys, while we're cooking, you always know that when you're cooking, you're talking. Let me just let my husband get me a towel so he can wipe my face. He can give me a towel to wipe my face. I got my gloves. Just tap. Under my eyes. You ain't touching me, but okay. All right, guys, so I'm back. So, guys, yeah. So we got all of this together in a bowl. Everything smells good, looks good. Okay, so my husband gave me a gift for my birthday, and I just wanted to bring this up since we're talking about, you know, the event that we went to last week. And the event was just showing relatives and friends and people in the community what took place as far as history. You can't erase history even if you try to erase history, okay? But during the event, my husband decided to bring to my attention I need to finish this Ancestry DNA. Is that correct? Okay, so he brought that for my birthday. Or was it Mother's Day? My birthday. For my birthday. And it has been sitting there, and I'm like, I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to deal with it. But one of the things that my husband is strong about, but I was strong about it, but after a while, a few years, it takes a toll on you. 2006, my mother passed away. And my mother passed away, and she was 75. And my mother instilled in our entire family that reunions are very important. We used to go to reunions in Maryland, in Baltimore, Maryland. We used to go to, if you ever heard of Baltimore, Maryland, Harbor, we used to go, our whole family used to go there, and we used to have our family reunion. My husband's family is very tight on reunions. And so when I moved here to Florida from New Jersey, I met this man here. And he was just, you have to go to reunions. You have to bring your family together. That's very important. So make a long story short, he actually brought me this kit. It's a Ancestry DNA kit, and I haven't opened it yet, but once I went on to the Ancestry app, they want you to like build your family tree. And so I was doing that. And so my husband is like, he has done it already. So he actually found out a lot of things about his family, and I was in awe. And I have to tell you guys, if you have not done it, do it. Because one of the things I realized is that everything my mom and my dad told me was for a reason. Now, you might have some individuals in your family that have secrets, okay? And when I say about secrets is not always bad. Secrets are good in so many ways to protect the children or maybe the family. But I came to find out that my dad, who I call Alexander, his name is Alexandrus. And through the years, from a child, I guess when they did the census, they tend to change the name as you go, and it's up to you to make it right. So I found out that my dad was the only one. He didn't have no brothers and sisters, but I kind of like knew that already. But what I did not know is that he resided in Buffalo, New York, and then I found out that I have family members of 1,700 in Buffalo, New York. And I was like, what? Because I need a spoon. So I need a spoon. So I have to take off one of my gloves, my right hand glove. And because I need to fish out some of my Trinity that I put in here. There's onions. Before I start putting in the rest of the crab, I realized that I'm just gonna spoon it out because I got the crab on the top. I realized that I had a lot of it. I had too much of it, and I want more crab meat than I want the Trinity. So back to my story is that my husband's looking at me and he's like, you finding something new every time. This is the reason why I gave it to you, so that you can find out more about your family background. So what I'm saying to you guys is that just get it. Just get it. Go out and buy it. My husband, he ordered it. The kit, I haven't used the kit yet, but I actually had to create an account. And I went in and I had to build my family, which is basically my own family, my sisters, all my siblings, what I know so far about my family. And guys, once I got in there, I was doing it all night long. All night long. I was finding new things, putting in, things that I know. I even found my sister, my oldest sister, who is no longer with us. I found her school picture, and I found her, she was so pretty. And I found my brother's high school picture. My oldest brother, who is no longer with us now. And it was, oh my God. And so I put all my siblings in, and I just was finding out more stuff about my grandmother, her mom, her dad, her dad's dad, and then it goes on and on and on. And then I click on an area. I need another glove. Hold on, guys. Okay, I got my new glove. I don't know why I was spooning it out with a glove, but I didn't touch any food. I had a spoon. So I'm gonna put these gloves back on just in case I have to grab some meat. Okay, so let's just start with this meat. So I was talking and I didn't show you the meat. So I have this Crab Classic imitation crab meat, and you can get it in, well, at any grocery store or whatever, over in the seafood section. And so this is not real crab, it's imitation crab, but it's good. It tastes really good. And that's what I'm gonna make my salad with. And I know a lot of people makes this salad, but I'm just letting you know that it's not real crab, okay? It's fake. But the fake is good and it's quick. Okay, so back to the Ancestry. It was interesting because as I'm going on and adding more people to this Ancestry list, I'm finding out new things. And like I said, I clicked on one area where, what was that? The area where I found one of my cousins that, a family member, he's already building his family. And I clicked on it and it said, this is a family member of yours. So when I clicked on it, his family tree, guys, it's just amazing. I'm just telling you, it's just amazing. And he's a young guy. He was like 37, 36, and he's actually looking for his family. And so I clicked on his family, and it's him, and it looked like he had a sister and a mother. And the mother just passed just recently. And so I guess he must have felt like, you know, I need to know more about my family because my mom passed, and so I need to build my family tree. And as you keep on going, it'll give you hints. It'll say a hint, and you click on that hint, and it gives you more people in your family. So when I'm looking through this young gentleman tree as he's building it, and you can see it because you can actually go in because they're saying like he's affiliated with you from all the information that you put in, like your grandfather and you know your great-grandfather. Like you may not know your great-great-grandfather, but you probably know some people's names that you go inside and you work on it. And so I'm just clicking, and I'm looking through his family tree, and there's my grandmother and my grandfather, and I'm like, what in the world? And it has the same information I had. And so I'm looking, and now it's giving me all these different trees that's connected to him, because you know everyone either marries someone else, and now you start your own family tree. And so I'm clicking on to like, I think it was like 4 or 5 family trees, and I go in them, and it's like it's my grandparents again. And I'm like, oh my God. Now this particular one I went into, it had 1,710 family members. I'm looking at my husband like, oh my God. So what I'm saying, guys, is that history is history. You better not marry your cousin. It works. It can be a foster child. It can be an adopted child. It can be your sibling, which is basically your biological family. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're connected. Okay, you're connected. And so I was thinking about this, and I was like, honey, you know, I know we gotta prepare dinner for us tomorrow, and I'm up to like 2 a.m. in the morning, and it is Memorial Day today, and it didn't matter. I was up all night, and I woke up. The first thing I grabbed was my phone, and I started all over again. Like, just started, keep on going, let's keep on going. Because I had to add my children. My daughter is deceased. She died when she was 23 years old. She died from, oh Lord, I just lost my brain thought. Okay, type 1 diabetes. And we found out because she was on a track and field team, and we had to get her an exam for her last year in high school, and right before she started attending her college, we found out that she had type 1 diabetes. But we also explained to her this is not going to stop her from doing what she needs to do. We were behind her 100%, and we sent her off to college. And she was formally educated on everything that she needed to do. But unfortunately, we wasn't educated as well, because we just found out that she had type 1. So if you know the difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes, it can be hard. Okay, it can be hard for a young adult, and you know, she struggled with it, and so she didn't move through it. Just put it that way. She's with God, and God will take care of her from this point on. Okay, guys. But I have another daughter, and it's important for her to know that she had family. Do you know that sometimes these family reunions can be so trying? I'm gonna say it that way. Trying meaning like getting people together, you know, with a budget, and people are struggling, trying to survive. And sometimes it doesn't have to stop there. That's what I gotta say. It does not have to stop where you have to actually physically see a person that's in your family. The most important thing is that you know that there's somebody out there that's your family. That's the most important thing, okay? I love my husband. My husband, like, had me working, he's just dying, he's laughing, because I'm like, oh my God, I just found a whole crew of family. But I have to say this, guys, this app allows you can text the person if you need to, you can meet up with the person, whatever you want to do. But what you want to do is build your family tree, and I think that's very important. And on this Memorial Day, I think that it's very important because I'm saying, like, we used to always have our reunion around Memorial's Day. Every year we had it, and so now that so many of our family members older, I say the elders had passed on, that the younger generation just didn't feel that it was necessary to continue to, you know, meet with the family and do all those things. But my husband, we go to his family reunions and we have a ball. And it's funny because last year we actually had to host 2 family reunions, and so we found out how hard and how trying it could be. But at the end, guess what? The smiles, the joy, the fun, the games, the tears, all the love in the room and outside of the room, because we had, you know, games outside and stuff. But everybody was happy. Everybody was happy to see each other and haven't seen each other in years. And I'm like new to not new, because my husband we've been married for almost 18 years. So it's kind of like, I know his family, but I did not know his family. And they were so loving and so welcoming. And that's the joy of your life. So guys, I don't want to go on and on and on about it, and I'm not trying to promote Ancestry DNA, but I have to let you know that this is something that you need in your life. Once you start, you're not going to stop, because you're going to keep on going and going and going and going. Because my dad didn't have no brothers and sisters, but he had a huge family. Because he had the aunts and the uncles and the cousins and all that other stuff. All them people amount to this one man who only had himself, and he ended up with 6 kids. Go figure. And then we have our children. So, I mean, guys, this is something that if you don't want to have a family reunion, guess what? You got Zoom. There you go. You got Zoom. You got Teams. You can always Zoom call. You can always Teams. Do a team call and meet with your family members. You can see their faces. You can talk to them. You can start saying I'm this person. My mom and my dad is this person. His mom and his dad is this person. And if you feel like it's necessary for you to meet up with these people that's in your family, your blood, then you do so. You take it from there. See, life has made it so much easier for us, technology has made it so much easier for us to get together. And I have to just tell you about that, guys. You have to get it. If you don't want to get it, that's fine. They got other ones out there, but I love the Ancestry. Is that right, babe? Ancestry DNA. I love it. I love it. And it was crazy because they also had pictures of my sister and my brother when they were young, and my parents when they got married, my grandparents when they got married. Oh my God. I mean, like, I was like shocked. I'm gonna use a little bit of this Creole seasoning, just a little bit. That's it, just a little bit. And then I got my pepper, my black pepper. Some black pepper in there. Okay. And my pink Himalaya salt. And this is funny because you don't need a lot of it, just a little bit for taste. Okay. We're not touching anything, but I still like to wear my gloves. We're not touching anything. Okay, I do. And what I'm not going to do is take this spoon that I just fit and stick it in here. That's a no-no. Okay. I'm gonna get me a spoon, another nice big spoon, and we're gonna gradually, so we got our seasoning in there, okay? So now we're gonna take some mayonnaise, and so far I got, I don't know, 3 scoops, 3 tablespoons. And we're gonna stir it in there lightly like this. Okay, guys. Looking pretty good. See how simple that was?
Pretty.
My husband said it's pretty. Pretty. Got that Cajun in there. And you know, the Cajun seasoning carries a lot of salt. So you want to be careful with that too. Even though you like the spice of it, sometimes it can get real salty real fast. Okay. So what I'm going to do, and we know that Old Bay carries a lot of salt too, but I got to get that Old Bay, so I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit with some of that Old Bay. Just a little bit. That's it. You still having seafood, so you want it to taste like you're having seafood. Now, if you don't like the lemon in here, it's just giving it a little citrus so it can bring out the taste of the crab. Even if you use a real crab, you still want to use some type of citrus. My husband and I love cooking together, but we don't, because we don't cook together. Because, you know, even though our kitchen is big enough that we can walk around each other, he likes grilling a lot, so he's always outside and I'm always doing sides. So, you know, we're good with cooking together because we know our plates, we know our lanes, and that's important. Let's see here. So, I think I'm gonna put 1 more spoon of this mayonnaise. I'm gonna taste a little bit to make sure we got the seasoning right. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's good. With those two, well, there was one onion. I mean, I'm sorry, one lemon. With that one lemon, you could taste the citrus. You could taste that citrus going through it. And it's good. So I wiped off with my spoon because I gotta get another opinion. And my husband probably wants salt. Here you go, babe. Where are you?
Let me see what you got going.
What's missing? Perfect, right? No salt.
It's good.
No salt. Pepper. Nothing. See? You see that?
No, it's good.
I'm the side queen. Now I may not be the chef or the, you know, the smoker. You are
Grill master.
grill master. I may not be the grill master, but I can make some sides. Okay, and so we're gonna let this sit. So when we get ready to eat, we got our salad.
What do you think about that boil going?
And it don't take long for the crabs, since he already cleaned them out. Cleaned them really well with cold water and lemon. And then it's gonna go in a pot and it's gonna clean again because we don't have anything like open. Like we don't have any sausage that are open. We don't have any scallops. We don't have shrimp. We just have the crab, and we got the crab salad. And we have corn. And the corn is cooking separately. The corn is not gonna go in with,
That's garlic butter corn.
because he wanted garlic butter corn. So when you do the garlic butter corn, you don't want to put it in the crab boil, okay? Some people do things separately, and I like that because sometimes when you're doing the corn can overcook. And they have too much seasoning in it because you have the seasoning for the crabs. So if you want to cook it separate and then put it all in one, that is great. That is wonderful. One of the things, guys, I wanted to show you, my husband and I went to the home store, and we picked up this tray here. It's a Susie, Lazy Susie. I'm telling you. I said here, it's a Susie, but it's a Lazy Susie. And I was saying to my husband, now what am I gonna do with this thing? I love it. It was $12.99, and then it was 50% off. So basically, we got it for like a little over $7 if you know add tax to it. So I was like, I have this. So what am I gonna do with it? This is brilliant because now we're gonna put the crabs on here, and we can like turn the table when we want to select what part of the crab legs that we want. So if you want something like this, you probably want to go to the home store before it turns into, well, summer is here basically. But you probably want to get this when you actually doing crabs and stuff like that, so you can share the wealth, okay? All right, guys, so I'm gonna actually put this in the refrigerator so it can get cold.
See the garlic butter, and we let them see the garlic butter, babe.
Okay, so my husband is going to show y'all the garlic butter.
Now this is fresh corn, shucked, took the silk off, and now this is garlic butter, and it smells so good.
It smells good, guys. It really do. It smells really good. You know, and that's another thing. You know, you have all these farmer markets in your area. You need to, and if you don't, you need to look for one because our neighbor actually went to the farmer's market. What was it? Friday, Thursday, Saturday, and they had it where you could just pick all the corn that you want to pick. Like for one price, you pick all the corn that you want to pick. And he brought us a big bag of corn, which we actually will be using this summer. But today was the perfect day because I said to my husband, I want some corn. If I don't want anything else, I want corn, okay? And so we got the corn. He came to the door, knocked at the door. In fact, it was his wife, right? That came to the door. His wife came to the door, and I'm looking like, who is actually ringing the doorbell? This is Memorial Day weekend, and who knows that we're home? That's one thing, because we're never home. And so I guess he had a conversation with the gentleman a few weeks back, and he didn't forget us. He did not forget us. And so his wife came and she bought the corn, and I said, babe, that's perfect. So we're gonna have the corn, we're gonna go out and we're gonna get some crab legs, we're gonna make a salad, and it's gonna be nice. We're gonna sit back and relax, and there's nobody to serve. There's no family members here. We don't have to clean up. We clean up as we go, and it's just the both of us. It's just the two of us, put it that way, and that's okay. Sometimes you can just be alone, and you can just make this small little meal. We have the corn, we have the crab, which we actually boil on the stove. Usually we do the crab boil outside, and so my husband's like, we're gonna do it in a big pot on the stove, and it's gonna be done. And we're gonna do it just like that, and it worked out perfectly. So I'm gonna get some foil on this. Let's see here. And so now I'm getting ready to go, and we're gonna make the dipping sauce, okay? So, first of all, I gotta get a bowl. Okay, so I'm gonna clean off this spot. Okay, so as I said, guys, we had an event last week and we didn't go shopping again, so this is the last of the garlic. So we're gonna work with the garlic, and then we have the onions, and I'm not gonna do red onions, I'm gonna do the sweet onions with this sauce, because the red onions is kind of strong, and I don't want to make it strong, I want to make it subtle. So my husband's like, oh, here's your board. Okay. He's right behind me, like, here's your board here. So with that said, I gotta change my gloves again, guys. So now I'm not gonna change my gloves. I'm not gonna put my gloves on right now, because I have to deal with this onion again. And I might have to cry a blue river. A red, white, and blue river. Okay, so I need my knife, and I'm gonna take it's called a chopper. Yeah, it's a chopper. Okay, so I can set this up and everything without my gloves, because this is like touching equipment. Plug that up, and I do need to put on my gloves now. So we're gonna take the lid off. You can't see it. Let me bring it here so you can see it. Okay, you see it now? There it is. You see, it's a little chopper. And let me tell you, when I bought this thing, it was $10. And then I got a sale on it, so I really paid like close to $5 or $6 for it. I can't even tell you how long ago that was, because they don't even sell them like that anymore. They make them bigger and make you pay more for it. So that's how life is. Okay, so when you get a good little little machine like this, where you could just chop up your veggies or whatever, hold on to it. They don't sell them anymore. Okay, so we're going to cut this onion into 4 parts. And so I like to take off the end. I call it the naughty end. And we're going to work with these. I'm cutting this, guys, like real thin. Okay. You can leave it long just like it is, but you need to cut it thin. Because I'm putting them in here because I need to grind it up, and I'm cutting it thin, so I'm helping my little chopper out. So I'm cutting it thin. Put it in here real thin, they all can fit. And then I'm gonna put the lid on. So now it locks. Now, the only thing I have to do is press this button. Enough to be in a sauce, so you could just grab. You're gonna taste that onion in there. Okay, butter. I need at least 2 cups of butter. Okay, so I have butter here, and you can't do nothing without the butter. The butter is the thing. So I'm going to use 2 sticks of melted butter, and the easy way to do this is to put it in the microwave. So before we do that, I want to add some seasoning onto the onions, okay? And so we're going to still do the salt, Himalaya, of course. I say about 8, or with the 8 turns, that would be like 1 tablespoon, okay, of salt. Okay, so now we're going to work with the tablespoons. Okay, so where's my spoon at? I need to go get mine. I have my spoons. So I'm going to do, these are my spoons. And so this particular spoon is a 1/2 tablespoon. So I'm going to do 2 of these with everything that I put in, okay? So first of all, I'm going to put that Old Bay in there. Let's see here. They got the side where you can, no, that's not even open. Wow. So I'm just going to have to squeeze it out. That's 1. This is 1/2 tablespoon. And so we're going to put 2 in here so we can get 1 tablespoon of each. Okay? And so that's the Old Bay. We're going to get some black pepper. Okay? I know they have the side where you can just put the spoon in, but I don't have that side. Because we don't use that side enough, we just sprinkle. So, okay, so that's the black pepper, guys. Black pepper so far. Old Bay so far. 1/2. We're just gonna do a 1/2 for the Creole seasoning. See? Just like that, a 1/2. Okay? And now we're gonna go on to it. This is wet, so we're gonna do, I'm gonna wait for the wet, I'm gonna do the dry first. And so, yeah, oh. Is it open? So I have brown sugar, and then I have the paprika. And I'm looking for the paprika. Oh, here we go.
It's up there, smoke.
This is just regular.
You want the smoke or you want regular?
I would rather have a smoke.
Okay, it's right here. Let me get it.
So my husband gonna give me the smoked paprika. Okay, so I have cinnamon.
Smoke.
Okay, so this is smoked paprika. And we're gonna do at least a half tablespoon of the smoked paprika. Look, it don't want to come out. Okay, let me just do my imagination. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna do some cinnamon. Cinnamon, guys. Cinnamon. Okay. And the smoked paprika. This is the smoked paprika. Okay. So we gotta have some. We got the cinnamon in there. We're gonna do half a tablespoon of that. Everything is just coming out, so I'm just trying to squeeze it out in the spoon. Okay, that's enough. And then, you know, majority of the time when you making a sauce, you should always know this for your taste only, in your taste. Because you can go according to measurements and it doesn't work for you. So I like spicy, so I'm going to do that. Now I have my, I like spicy and sweet, I'm sorry. So now I have my dark brown sugar. Now you can use light brown sugar. I wouldn't suggest for you to use white. It's not that recipe. Okay, so I have, I'm gonna do the sugar. I'm definitely gonna do 1 tablespoon. 1, so that means that's 2 of these because this is a half. So I did 2 of them, okay? Because I like this heat and I like sweet. This is gonna be really, really good. Okay, so now, let me see, did I get all of it? Okay, so that is all I need for my ingredients because I have my sweet in here. I'm trying to think something else that I know I need. That's it. And not the garlic. So this is the end of the garlic. And so I'm gonna just put what I think, because I need at least, and this was left over. It's just enough. So it's just enough. We already have the onions down in there. Now we got the garlic. Oh, I forgot one thing. I know y'all gonna say it. Ginger! So I have ginger, piece, squeezed ginger. So I'm gonna use some of this ginger. It's already, it's like a paste. I don't know. I had it for a minute, but yeah. So I'm sorry, guys. So I'm going to use a little bit of ginger, just a little bit. So I'm using a half a teaspoon of my ginger, just to give it an oomph. Okay, guys. And so I'm going to stir all this together. And that smells good. And I just thought about it. I brought unsalted butter. So I'm gonna have to add a little bit more salt. So I'm gonna get some more of this Himalaya salt because Himalaya salt is kind of like, it's not strong. I think that's about it. That's 4 minutes. I think you should stick with, yeah, you should stick with the unsalted butter. Because once you get salt in there, you can't get it out. Okay, so now I'm putting these 2 sticks of butter in here, and I'm gonna put it in the microwave with my ingredients that's already mixed in the bowl. Now you might want 4 sticks of butter or 3 sticks of butter. It's really up to you, but I'm only going to do 2 because I like my sauce thick. Okay guys, so we are finished. Okay, so as you can see, we have our crabs, which is on our spinner over here. Well, not the spinner. Let me move this over so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have our crabs over here on the Lazy Susie. Okay, so we can choose what piece we want. And then this is our sauce that we just made. We put it in the microwave for it to get nice and warm. And you can always continue to put it in the microwave so that it can be nice and warm for your crab legs, okay? And so now we have our sausages here, guys. So we have our sausages here, the links. So my husband decided to do the smoked sausages, and then we have the kielbasa sausages. And then of course we have our fresh corn on the cob here, as you can see, and it's garlic butter. Okay. And oh my God, I forgot. And last but least is our crab salad. Okay guys, so this is our feast, and my husband and I, oh yeah, let me just give you a little tip, okay? One more tip. Okay, so we got these little buckets here. We got the buckets, and they come in different colors. Okay, so you can put your crab shells in for your guests, and you get like 4 of them. I think a set, you get 4 or 6. It depends on where you go. So we got them from Ross, okay, department store, or you can get them from Amazon. They have them in different colors, okay? So these are 4.5 high pails, so you know how big they are. And then these little crab, what are these called?
Crab claws.
Okay, see? Crab claws. You can get these from the dollar store, okay? I think when I got mine, it was a set, and so I got 4 in a set. But then later on, I found out that they got them at the Dollar Tree, okay? I think you can buy one for $1.25, okay, guys? So that is great. We have our crab shell cutter or whatever, cracker. They call crackers. They have the silver ones too, so don't pass off the silver ones, because the silver ones work just as well. And also, I don't see it in this pail, but we also have the little, oh, here they are. Sorry. Okay, so also these are little forks to get the meat out of the shells, and you can get a box of these from Amazon, and they come in different colors, okay? And these, let me show you closely. See? And they're disposable, plastic. And so they come in different colors, and they're great for your guests. And if they lose them, hey, that's fine. So guys, thank you for coming to Zanovia of Decor, and thank you for cooking with us on Memorial Day. And bless your family and bless your friends and your neighbors, guys. And I'd like to say thank you and blessings on Memorial Day. Bye-bye.
Life is a dreamy in Santorini. Swipe up a visa, slaying in Ibiza. 24 karat gold flakes on me pizza. Chilling with me vatos and beaches in Morocco.